and this is Hank. I'm one of the veterinary assistants here at Grady Veterinary Hospital. We're going to talk a little bit today about pet nutrition. We have pepperonis here. They have original ones, but this is the lean beef flavor, so it's a little bit of a better choice. But at the same time, you still don't want to give them more just because it's the lean beef flavor. They're probably about this size, so for a small dog, that's a lot. So you can go ahead and break them all into halves or fourths, and then they would last you a lot longer, and your pet isn't getting too many. Right now, Hank is eating a Frosty Paws. These are a great option for when it's summer and it's really hot out because it helps your dog cool off, and it's specifically made for them. So when you give them regular ice cream, it can cause some digestive upset. These are in your local store's freezer, and they're not too expensive. You get 4 in a pack, and they're made with protein, and they actually have a lot of vitamins and minerals. There's no sugar added, and there's no artificial flavors or colors. So it's a pretty good choice for them, and you're not getting all that milk product in there. And again, if you have a smaller dog, you probably don't want to give it to them all in one sitting. Hank can eat a whole one of these, but at the same time, you don't want to give him a whole one of these. Another good idea for the summer months are you can take a bowl and you put their favorite toys and some of their treats in there, and you put water in there and you freeze it. You can put it in the freezer, and then you just dump it over outside, and they eat away at the ice until they get their treat or their toy. So we have Kongs here, and you can put either their food or their canned food, or you can put a treat in there, and these come in a lot of different sizes, so it usually takes a while for them to be able to get it out, and you can actually freeze these. So it's a little bit harder for them to get it out, and they're exercising as they do it, so they really have to work for that treat, and they're not flying through their treat. There's also some other choices, like rawhides and dentist sticks. These are good choices as well because it takes them a while to get through them, usually. If you have a big dog that's usually a more chewer, they have bigger ones of these. Again, you want to be careful with these because they can choke, or they can choke, or they can get little pieces off, or it can make their gums start bleeding. But these are usually a good choice because it helps with getting the tartar off their teeth. Another good choice are the biscuits, pill pockets, or bag and strips. There's many different kinds of treats, but at the same time, you do not want to give them too many. There's carrots and green beans that are another great option. Any of these, there's such a thing as too much. You don't want to overdo any of them. You don't want to give them too many treats a day because it can lead to obesity, diabetes, and a torn ACL. So for cats, there are a few different options. There's not too many out there. Most common are the Temptations and the Whisker Lickins. These are crunchy treats that they can chew on, and it really helps the tartar on their teeth as well. The best way to give them to them, you can give them occasionally, but a great way to do it is to get a toy with a lot of holes in it that they usually like to play with, bat around. You can put a couple of these in there, and then it takes them a while to get it out, and so they're actually exercising while they're getting their treat. Another good option are the pill pockets. These generally cats do like. You can hide pills in them, or you can use them as treats, so it kind of works for both. You can break them into smaller pieces, so that way they think that they're getting more, but they're not actually getting more, and they're not necessarily bad for them. There's a lot of different flavors of these as well. There's salmon and there's chicken that we offer here at Grady Veterinary Hospital. Another option that I don't have in front of me right now is catnip. Catnip isn't really, they don't eat it, but when it's in their toys, they play with it a lot, and they really get a lot of exercise from it. A lot of the cats and dogs are both obese, which it usually comes down to table scraps and a lot of treats and not enough exercise. So there's a lot of good ways that you can incorporate their toys and some treats, so they don't need to get as many treats and the bags last longer, and you are saving your pet from becoming obese.